to Music News Friday. Wow. It's another solo show, and I am your host, Sebastian Martinez of the S-TierCast, of course, and we are talking about four things music-wise. I did see some cool stuff happen over our little hiatus. I already have like so much more to do class wise, but so far just got to do one paper and do I think two responses, and I'm good for the week. But it is what it is. Again, this is a solo show. I said this on the recording. We are recording for basically yesterday. It's September 7th now. But yeah, here we are. It's just you and me and some crazy good news. And I have to say, oh, hold on, let me close my window real quick. I live by a railroad. There we go. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully it didn't catch on here. However, let's get back to it. That aside, gonna be a quick one, but wow. For the most part, we're gonna get right into the meat and potatoes of Music News Friday. Linkin Park is back. Yes. And I gotta say that new song is very good. Now, of course, the new song is called. I had to make sure I have it too. New song is called. Oh my lord! And I was prepared. I swear I was prepared. The new song is called "The Emptiness Machine." The music video was very cool. Very nice music video for the band, basically showing that whole hiatus of them basically coming back out of it, out of just the whole not modernity, the whole monotony. There we go. The whole monotony. It's been a day. The whole monotony of everyday life since the whole rise of Linkin Park, and we are introduced to our new lead singer, and that is Emily Armstrong from Dead Sarah. And yeah, that is wild. She's pretty good. I will say, as someone who is a big fan of Chester Bennington, Chester was one of the greatest singers ever. I have always said, and you can check old episodes of this show on Spotify for this. I always said that the closest person before I saw some of the other guys, the closest person I could see like replacing him for Linkin Park was Dustin Bates from Starset, because was almost up there. And we're going to be talking about a little bit of Starset, by the way, but Emptiness Machine, it's a great song. It's a new chapter for Linkin Park. Let's see if we can pull that up. I made sure that was on our, let's see, our thumbnail, and that will be our thumbnail for this episode. Picture of the band, and then, of course, a scene from TokSik by Starset. Let's see, Linkin Park. Let's just search it. Yeah, it's quite a shame what happened with Chester. I was in shock. Eric was very much in shock. I don't know if I would say distraught, but I know he was probably just so bummed. That being said, here I'm waiting for the picture. It's it's actually a good thing that they finally found someone here. Just do the whole thing, because they did do a massive show. Let's see. Open image, a new tab. We're going to share this real quick. Yeah, there we go. Mike Shinoda and Emily Armstrong. Now, there is one thing that I caught. It was, God, record time. I swear. And, this is one thing that kills me about the whole thing about canceling people. You know, you say there's no cancel culture, but look at this. You you really just dug this woman's info up so damn quick. Like it's nuts. how quick you all got it. It really is just absolutely insane to think that that's the thing that we're looking at here. And of course, here she is, Emily Armstrong with Mike Shinoda. This is from their live show that was, I do believe, live streamed last night. And she's pretty damn good. I wonder why Mike went this route, but she's very, very good. I'm actually open to hearing more of her, especially on the new album From Zero that's dropping November 15th. I hope everyone knows that. So we got to wait 2 months for new Linkin Park. And it's solid. Here, now let's get into the actual controversy. And I had to stew over this for a minute. Not too bad though. And I will say this, like as someone who I'm no fan of Scientology, to find out like she's a Scientologist, I'm like, well, it is what it is. A lot of people that we basically get turned to end up being a part of something we don't like. We all know this. That's life. Who gives a shit? Honestly, that's honestly my opinion on it. And from what I saw on TikTok started this whole thing. Then on Twitter, and even some of my mutuals were like, "Oh, I was so excited, but now I'm not. I'm passing on this." I'm like, okay, that's the best way to put it. Okay, me personally, I will check it out. I will definitely play the music. Can't buy the music because I ain't got no iPod. I ain't got no CD player. I got no record player. But that being said, I'm willing to check it out. Like, here, best example, we've been talking about Falling in Reverse for a while. Ronnie has done some stupid shit. He said some stupid shit. He stays doing stupid shit. In the end, though, I like Watch the World Burn. I like Prequel. I like Popular Monster. I like a lot of his music. That's basically what it comes down to. Do you like the music? If no, there's someone else out there that you might like. As someone who's, I've defended some horrible people on this thing. At least sitting on the fence. At least the fence can, hold me, unlike Boogie 2988. Oh no. There goes my explosion. No. That will not be heard. Great. Thanks. Oh God, that's the downside of this. Hold on, let me just do it this way. I sit on the fence on some of this stuff because I'm like, okay, what is the main thing about this? And the one thing I've caught from this, apparently, like someone says she was born into it. So that means, one thing that I actually liked from hearing that is basically when you're born into something, you could be a victim of that. If she was born in Scientology, she don't know no better. That being said, as someone who was born into Christianity, I still consider myself a Christian. I treat people nice. I treat people well. I'm not judgmental. Only time I judge someone is when they decide to be actual wretched people. And we have a lot of those these days. She could be like the nicest person. I know that a lot of people brought up the fact that she defended Danny Masterson. I'm like, okay. That honestly, I don't care if she defended Danny Masterson. I defended Marilyn Manson on this thing. And that man has so many allegations against him. And I was like, what were y'all expecting? Have y'all not read his book, Long Hard Road Out of Hell? He is a damaged individual. You should have said no in the first place. Not to blame anyone, but still. You get into this type of thing, you know what's going to happen. It ain't like he was pulling a Harvey Weinstein or, dare I say, a Neil Gaiman. And that being said, it's honestly so foolish to try to like cancel this woman as soon as she gets in the band. It really comes from a place of, I want to say, just resentment. Like, how dare she get picked to be in Linkin Park? How dare she get picked into being one of my favorite bands? You're not in the band, my friend. You're just a fan. Stop it. But that being said, it is one thing that I'm open-minded about it. A lot of people being very close-minded nowadays, and that's how you end up seeing how that cookie crumbles. It is honestly a shame that that's happened. That right away, get a good person that sounds good and all that. You dig up all the dirt, and that's one thing. Everyone has like. There's a lot of people that have defended Danny Masterson. I'm not one of them. He got found guilty. He's doing his fucking time. A lot of people that defended him took their L's. You keep giving these people their L's, you're going to end up with an L yourself. That's basically what it comes down to. Because in the end, they just, it's a defensive thing. I done lost my train of thought over this. People gonna listen to this. You have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, fair. But that being said, like I'm not one of these people that's gonna dogpile on her just because she's a Scientologist, just because she defended a piece of shit. How many people have we seen defend pieces of shit on the internet? Defend them so bad they decide to try to overthrow the government. Come on now. Let's be honest here. Like that's it's utter lunacy to do that stuff. But I digress. We got some more stuff. We got some stuff to look at as well. Given the fact that we got some drama stuff to look at, of course. But here, let's talk about a new video that dropped for a song that dropped last week. Starset's TokSik. Man, oh man. For a moment, I actually didn't like this song. Well, I did like it. I do like it. I ain't going to say I didn't like it. I gave it a good review. And, it's a very good song that really could basically go after both sides that have, like, divided everyone. If I may, I can look up the lyrics. I don't want to play the song, so let me turn my volume on my phone down. Here, let me see. And again, I will say this was a good song. I like the video to it. Very much a puppet show. Guy finding a crashed UFO. It's turned into a monster from an alien virus, and it just takes over the planet, and we get blown up because of it. I like that kind of stuff. It's a nice little message there. Here, let me see. We'll go with the chorus. This is like the first time I've ever heard Dustin actually do some kind of rap, too. Now, here, let's get to the chorus. Let's see. It's radioactive, living in a world of crazy. It's overreactive, growing like a plague you can't see. And there's a meltdown coming. The whole thing's turning. Narcissistic. Everyone's sick. Toxic. And that really comes down to, like, that really is a thing of how we all are, especially on here. Especially on here. Like, I know for a fact, we don't get no views. Like, we get some plays and all that. But that being said, like, it's more of a look at us. Look at us. That's why I always bring up a lot of this stuff. I make sure that this thing goes off without a hitch. I try to. It really does go to that. We're always on our phones and all that. I do love this rap. If I can, it's a great rap talking about everything. Just how chaotic shit is. I'll do this real quick. Killed off religion and made up a new one where no one can question at all if it's ever your fault. Hey, what's that called? I can't recall. Oh yeah, you're in a cult. You're in a cult. Man, that sounds like a few things. That's the weird thing about it. That sounds like a few things out there right now. It is funny as hell that song is out. I think it's a better version of whatever you listen to now from a lot of the other grifting guys. At least it's coming from like the heart. Like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of this bullshit. We got to actually unite and all that. But you know what? It's so hard to unite when the guy next to you is just utterly stupid and thinks a billionaire is going to save the world. This ain't Marvel. We're this close to World War III, where we're the bad guys. That's basically how that song goes. and it's everyone's fault basically. That's what the whole thing comes down to. But yeah, I love this song. It's a very, very good song. I enjoy the hell out of it. It's on our Halloween playlist because it definitely has a not War of the Worlds vibe, but the music video itself feels like Invasion of the Body Snatchers and whatnot. I do like that. Very good song. I recommend TokSik by Starset. Solid 9 out of 10. Oh, and real quick, let's get back to Linkin Park real quick. I gotta make sure I have the name of this damn song. It's good. I do like it. The Emptiness Machine. Rating for that, solid 9.5 out of 10. Welcome back, Linkin Park. Now let's see if I can do one thing before we actually get into the main thing about this. Apparently, some drama was happening. But, we're not even going to talk about the drama yet. Because Gojira dropped Mea Culpa, a.k.a. the French Revolution song that they play at the Olympics that everyone said was satanic. Why are they making fun of the Last Supper? I'm like, that's Dionysus. Why is the horseman of the apocalypse there? That's Joan of Arc's great grandniece. Fuck you. What's with the headless woman? That's Marie Antoinette. You want to join her? Oh, Lord. Uncultured swine. A lot of you. Not our audience, the other people. But yeah, Gojira dropped a new song, of course, Mea Culpa, and it is great. That song was heavy as hell when I first saw it during that whole thing. Now, one thing I would change about it, I would add that part with Marie Antoinette singing the song, singing the actual anthem. That would have been great. That would have been amazing. But as it stands, it's still a good song. I'll give that one a solid 9 out of 10 also. So 3 A minuses, or maybe 2 A minuses and an A. That being said, it's good. I enjoyed it. Now, I don't think I can find the actual tweets from this other thing. I've been looking as I'm talking here. But let's just talk about it so everyone knows about Corey Taylor's wife, Alicia Taylor. Apparently something happened. It's always the case, isn't it? Always the case that something's happening when it comes to this. Now, let me see. I'm going to pull it up on my gallery on my phone. I'll read a lot of the stuff to you. Of course, this was reported everywhere. Metal Sucks reported it. Tone Deaf reported. I'm reading from Tone Deaf's thing. Now, let's see. This is what they had to say. Alicia Taylor blasts failed homewrecker guitarist for allegedly pursuing Slipknot's Corey Taylor. Alicia, who has been married to Corey since 2019, called out Violet Mayugba of the punk rock band Destroy Boys. I actually said Viola. I'm going to sleep after this. For supposedly attempting to initiate an affair with the Slipknot frontman. And this is from her Twitter. What Alicia says. She said, Violet Mayuba, you garbage eater. You've done this to so many other couples, but never with someone like me in the mix. This industry will know you as the failed homewrecker. Everyone will know you as the chick who tried to say pick me, but failed. Holy shit. Oh my God. And of course, it ended up being a spat on Twitter. Man, oh man, what a crazy little thing. Talk about tea and drama in the music industry. That being said, 3 great songs, some crazy drama. Now let's get into the other thing. It was going to be quick and easy, but we got 2 things, of course. I'm going to make sure we get the Mama Max thing going, but I want to play this. Tenet Media. Everyone knows who Tenet Media is. Of course, that's Lauren Chen's company. Bunch of right wingers that are, they really were like, how do I put it? They were basically, I don't want to say red pill. They were just right leaning, Trump could do no wrong, shit like that. And I could give a shit about that whole thing, but I find it hilarious. I find it suspect as hell. And I don't mean like, oh, how did they know this? No, I mean like, I'm like, wow, I kind of realize that that's a thing. I kind of see it. Now, what I mean by that is this. Way back in 2019, like late 2019, I was still following Lauren Chen when she had her Roaming Millennial channel. And for the most part, she was very much, of sound mind, very logical in her right leaningness. And, she was pretty good. She was all right. She was okay. She was, pointing out it was during the whole Joker fiasco where people were like, oh my God, the Joker's going to cause mass shootings, shit like that. And she's like, yeah, right. No, it's not. And that's basically what that whole thing was. I think it was her and her husband. They were doing the thing, doing the show, and they basically were making great points about it. Then Birds of Prey dropped, and for some reason, everyone started posting, oh, look at the empty theater for Birds of Prey. I just went, why? Why are we looking at this? Who gives a shit? Go see the movie. If you're so worried about it, go see it. Watch it. Prove it wrong. Like, what's the point of this? I feel like that's when it started. Now I want to pull up the actual thing because it was so weird. Even Tim Pool seemed okay before his whole thing. We're gonna look at the smoking gun of this whole thing in a minute, but I want to make sure I have the timeline done right. Man, no one knows who Lauren Chen is. What a way to actually become infamous. Man, what a crazy thing. And Tenet Media is no longer on YouTube. Oh, rest in piss. That's what I say. These guys were so insufferable. I followed Dave Rubin. I followed Tim Pool. I followed Lauren Chen. And they just became insufferable during the whole thing. It was so weird. Let's see if I can pull this up. All right. So again, everyone knows about this. There was an indictment, and it was unsealed in the New York Southern District. And apparently, Tenet Media took $10 million from the fucking Kremlin. Oh boy. And that brings up the whole thing of what Tim Pool said and what Lauren Southern said, that people that are guilty of treason should be executed. I bet they're begging not to get executed now. They're trying to reframe it. I saw Tim's tweet. He goes, "The FBI was there to show that I was actually a victim in this whole thing because I didn't know." You sure about that, Timmy? You sure about that? I mean, I know there's a galaxy brain underneath that beanie of yours. We know that you're basically the fucking forest spear from Princess Mononoke. Take that fucker off and everything just spews out. But here, let's see if I can find if they actually have the date of when this all happened. Let me see. And I'm talking the whole money transfer. Don't seem like they have it, but I know Lauren Chen lost her job at Blaze Media. Glenn Beck looking at her like, fucking commie. He's crying right now. Oh my God. Tim Pool, $400,000 a month for doing videos. Dude, I'd probably turn into a fucking plant myself for $400,000. I was broke. Oh God, I wouldn't do that. I would not. As much bullshit there is in this country, I still love this country. Like, I love the country. I hate some of the people in it. That's the best way to put it. I am very much stars and stripes, all, star spangled awesome as much as the next person, but I have critical thinking. So that's that. But let's see. Let's look at one of the smoking guns. Of course, this is on, let's see. Come on. There we go. This is from the Majority Report. They have the clip. Sam Cedar has the clip. Oh God. I was laughing so hard at this when I saw it. Oh Lord. All right, so yeah, this is, of course, I want to make sure that it actually shows up on on here because we tried to do some video last time. Full screen. Yeah. There we go. There he is. There's the Galaxy Brain dipshit right there, Tim Pool. How are you, Timmy? Don't drop the soap. You might end up looking like one of the guys from Abu Ghraib. All right, that being said, let's take a look at this.
Higher yield nuclear weapon, then it's World War III and they know it. But I don't know that it matters anymore. This is psychotic. Ukraine is the enemy of this country. Ukraine is our enemy, being funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine. They are expanding this war.
Pause it for 1 second.
Now, don't get me wrong. I know.
I mean,
I'm
funded by the Democrats. I mean, that is.
There we go. Yeah, that was the smoking gun. Okay, let me get. Yeah, that's Sam Cedar, and of course, his co-host at Majority Report. That really is hilarious. The fact that he actually went, Ukraine is our enemy, hitting the fucking table, dude. I've seen better acting in a Uwe Boll movie. What the fuck is this shit? Oh God, I think the video just. Oh, there we go. Oh my God. The fact that he said that. Let's see if we can get past Sam's thoughts, because I want to get to the part that had me going, oh yeah, you're a fucking plant. And of course, everyone knew. Here, let's see. Come on. I want to make sure I got it. And
country. Ukraine is our enemy, being funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine. They are expanding this war. Now, don't get me wrong. I know. You've got criminal elements of the U.S. government pushing them and guiding them and telling them what to do. Ukraine is now accused, a German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline, triggering this conflict. Ukraine is the greatest threat.
I mean, that's true. Would you? Yes. And, you know.
Pause. There we go. All right. Yeah. Oh my Lord. How hilarious is that? He's even looking at you like, oh my God. Tim Pool's a fool. He really is. I need to get to the part, though, that he says the funniest thing that just goes, oh, yeah, you're bought. You're sponsored. You're sponsored by the Kremlin. Aha, there we go. And let's see, one more time. Might be the last one.
Go ahead. And guiding them and telling them what to do. Ukraine is now accused, a German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline, triggering this conflict. Ukraine is the greatest threat to this nation and to the world.
Reverse triggeration.
We should rescind all funding and financing, pull out all military support.
Hell yeah.
And we should apologize to Russia.
And that was my gasp, too. He said we should apologize to Russia. What a fool. What a fool. Oh, I find that fucking hilarious. I find it adorable. Oh, man. That is funny as hell. Yeah, so Tim Pool. Let's see if we can find out the whole list. Let me see. Of course, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Lauren Chen, her husband Ian. Who's this other guy? This fucking plagiarist. Where is it at? Oh yeah, Lauren Chen, Liam Donovan. Who's the other guy? Because I've seen this guy. He's a fucking provocateur and a pain in the ass. Also, oh yeah, Benny Johnson, who's a fucking idiot. Also, I got caught plagiarizing things. That's why I'm on the right now. Oh my God, you're retarded. I hate to say it, but you are retarded. And that's not to knock any right-leaning listeners and all that. These guys don't have your interests in heart. They don't. Honestly, they don't. You can find better guys. I know you can. There's better people out there that fit your actual ideology. These guys are nutcases who are basically whores for Russia. That's the best way I can say it. Like, that is honestly the best way I can say it. $400K a month. dude, I could be fucking. Oh, that'd be a great gig. Too bad it's from a dirty group right there. All right, so yeah, that is that. Tenet Media, Russian plants, and now they're playing victim. They're playing victim so bad. They're gonna be in one of these. They're gonna be in federal prison, right next to some January 6ers. What are you in for? We took money from Russia. What? Oh God. And of course, I think Nick Fuentes is, of course, turning around because of the last Trump interview. Of course, he's so mad. And I'm like, well, I guess the sleeper has awakened, huh? Oh God, it is just implosion after implosion. It's hilarious. It honestly is. Like you can just point and laugh at this shit and just be and continue to do what you want. Who gives a shit? All right, so that's that for Tenet Media. They are done. They are over. Let me see if I can play the soundbite that actually sets it up perfectly. And this is actually perfect to segue from this.
He's toast. He's owned. He's destroyed. He's pwned. He's game over.
Yes, they are game overed. That being said, let's get to Mama Max. Our final story for tonight. Mama Max has come back this past week. And of course, I gotta find the video. I don't wanna. No, I'm fine. Oh man, it's hilarious that he has come back. Out of everyone that should have came back, this moron does. And of course, I saw the one thing. He actually set up a thing where he gets a tomato thrown at him in this video. Oh, good. It's only 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Thank God. So let's get into it. Hold on, let me share this real quick before we do that. Well, that video didn't do too bad, thank God. Maybe I have to actually do the videos by myself. All by myself. Yes, let's go. All right, here we are. Mama Max, oh my God. The new host of Locale Live. I wish. Oh my God, what a fool. All right, let's see what this moron has to say. Full screen it when it loads.
Guys. I just wanted to talk.
Oh God.
There's a lot I have to share with you over the next few uploads. It may be decades before the truth around this case comes to light.
Decades for the Camden Gerard Davis case. Hold on, let me go get my speaker. I need my sound bites. God damn it. I will be right back. Apologies. You might hear my speaker actually do this. Hold on 1 minute. Gonna hear a nice one from the Jimmy speaker. Come on. There we go. Let's get this going. Weaving in the drama of this whole thing. Decades for this. I'm so glad Turkey Tom Dark himself. I'm so glad Turkey Tom took some of this shit from him. I'm so glad Mudahar took some of this shit from him. He really outed himself as one of the biggest fools this year. We are actually going to do like a top 5 or top 10 drama thing that we've seen. And his whole thing is up there. And we will probably look at all that like in December. Like it's fucking nuts. But let's get back into this video.
And the survivors will speak up when they are ready. But I would like to start uploading again. Now, you've probably heard a lot of different things about me. Distinguishing between what's real and what's not is a challenge in the year 2024. And it's probably only going to get harder as time goes on. Mass psychosis is very real, and I'm sure you all can.
Firstly, mass psychosis. I wasn't crazy during that whole thing. I looked at him and went, "You're stupid." You got outed by Xylee, Lyrics, who else? Magnetar. You got outed by so many people as one of the worst people on this app. And we have Boogie, who fucking lied about cancer. There we go. We're back. We are so back. It's so fucking nuts. This has been a year for truth. For real. Oh my God. So many people have outed this guy for being a fucking fraud. And we looked at some of this stuff. Nicholas DiOrio did a great video on it. It is so nuts that this guy decided to come back. Now, he was doing some work with kids and all that. I think volunteer work at some place out in Texas. And apparently some people on YouTube made him lose his gig. That part I don't agree with. That's fucking dirty. Like, there's better ways of dealing with this idiot. And one of them is making sure that he doesn't come back to YouTube, that he actually gets a little bit of help. This whole video should actually be about owning up to the fact that he fucked up this case by making it so fucking goofy. But here, let's finish this up. Only 2 minutes and like something left.
Pretty much feel it at this point. Now, people have taken my silence as an admission of guilt. That is not the case. I was simply respecting the wishes of those I was advocating for. But I am not the monstrous villain that I've been caricaturized as. I don't care. I don't care who says I'm doing this for money or clout. I have lost that, and I'm still doing.
Here, of course he's not the villain. He's not. I want to make sure I have this actually. All right, there we go. Oh my God, he's not the villain. No, he's just a dumbass. Like, you could have actually done so much better to actually get that case going if you actually had all the paperwork done for it and then went on YouTube. Don't do this ARG fucking dreck that was a part of the whole thing. Like that became his whole personality trait. Every fucking video, it's this dark and edgy ARG about pedophiles and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, what about him? We're supposed to fight him, right? Like, what's going on here? What's the fucking point? And then you find out he's never gotten anyone arrested in his life. Oh, someone needs electroshock therapy. It's so hilarious that he's doing this. But let me get going here because we're almost done. Load
this work because it truly matters, because it is very important work. We need to refocus our conversations on future generations that are facing multiple global threats that we are all perpetuating. And there's so much work we have to do to help them. So if you take away one thing from this channel, let it be this: crimes against children remains one of the most devastating sources of injustice and suffering for humanity. That is a fact. So yes, absolutely call the police when you have been harmed or your children have been harmed. However, that is just the first step in a very long...
He's reading a script. And I get the point. He makes a good point here. It is one of the most horrible things happening to kids. Yeah. Here's the thing though. You're not the one to stop it, Max. Like honestly, like there needs to be more to catch a predator style stuff, but not like this predator hunter shit. If anyone's seen the Mutahar video, like these guys just go all out and they're just assaulting people now. Oh my god, congratulations. You just gave them a case. What the fuck? Get the cops involved first before you catch these guys, like Chris Hansen used to do. Don't shove them through a wall like they're the Juggernaut. It's he makes a great point here. But here's the thing though, like he has done nothing to stop some of this stuff. He's done a lot of the shit that he's done for clout. He got rid of another YouTuber who was his friend. He betrayed his friend, saying that he was an abuser and all that to his kids, and neglected his kids. Dude, like if that shit ever happened to me, where they're saying I neglect someone and all that, and I'm the one like letting them into my house, letting them sleep there and all that, I'm literally kicking them the fuck out with a black eye. Like that's like that. Them's fighting words. Like you ruin my career. Like you ruin a career, and then you have the audacity to stand on a fucking soapbox and act like your shit don't stink. You look homeless. And it is so fucking horrible that you think that you're such an upstanding citizen. Fuck out of here with this. Like for real. Like this that annoys the shit out of me. Like, yeah, you make a great point, but are you the one that should be making the point? After everything that you've done, oh ye tarnished.
And difficult process that most victims give up on. And most children go without seeing justice. However, we can rebuild the infrastructural issues with law enforcement and legal processes to ensure more kids are getting restorative justice that they deserve. And hopefully one day we can prevent crimes from happening to children at all. That is my mission. Okay? Because justice is not freely given. It is something we must fight for. And that sucks because a lot of kids can't fight. They don't even know where to begin. They probably don't even know that a crime is being committed against them.
Their parents will fight for them, Max. Like I get like there's some parents that are just actual fucking scumbags that ignore this shit or are actually perpetrators of it, that there's actually like family members that do this shit and are just fucking horrible as hell. I get that. It's totally a thing. But he acts like that he's the only one that can do it. You can help me do this. Yes, I will do everything in my power to stop the evil boogeymen that are trying to attack our children. Motherfucker, you don't have no kids either. Like, calm down, Michael Jackson. Easy there, Spartacus. Oh my god, it's annoying. He annoys the fuck out of me. And I'm not going to end it on an annoying though, because we're going to talk a little bit about some things. Some other things. I know there's some more stuff out. But man, this is honestly, let's finish this off. I got a soundbite for this.
Most times, cyber crimes against children continues to rise at an unprecedented scale. And the psychological exploitation of technology will destroy us if we do not correct these patterns.
These AI.
That is my belief. Those who have a voice must speak for those who are voiceless. So with that said, I will see you soon.
I don't want to see any more of this shit. Oh boy. Okay, here's the soundbite for all that stupid shit.
How does someone just keep getting gayer and gayer?
He's not the person to be the advocate. He has nothing to do with this. Like, he's a clout chasing piece of shit. Like, I don't trust him now. Ever since this shit that happened back in like February or whenever the fuck it happened. It's been so long. It feels like last year it happened. That's how long it feels. Ever since he got outed as just a clout chaser, he's lost everything. And you know, it is kind of an admission of guilt that he didn't show up. This whole video, and I agree with a lot of people that have already said this whole fucking video could have been like, hey guys, I fucked up that case. I'm such an idiot. I do apologize. I'm doing this now. I'm actually doing work just like Tommy C said to do. I'm doing a lot of cool stuff to actually be an advocate. I would have been fine with that. This guy cries wolf so many fucking times, and those AI images just drive me up the fucking wall. Like, as someone who has family members that have dealt with the type of abuse that he brings up, it feels insulting. Like, I feel more insulted by this than Boogie shit. Because at least then, Boogie was just like, okay, yeah, I'm an idiot. I apologize. Let me suffer for a month and a half. Let me suffer and just thank Daddy Keemstar for having me on. And that's what kills me. It feels so self-aggrandizing. He acts like, Max acts like he's the only one that can do this. Like, dude, stop. Actually have some introspection. Realize that you fucked up. Realize that you're not the person to do this shit. And that you actually should keep it for the professionals. There are actual people that are helping kids get through this shit that, that happens to them. Like, yeah, a lot of this shit's at an alarming rate when it comes to this. And that's also on the parents as well. Like, monitor what your kids are reading. Well, not reading. Oh, yeah, reading too. Monitor what they're doing on the internet. Be a fucking parent. That's my thing. And that's one thing I salute a lot of my family members who were, just became parents or have been parents for a while now. Like, I got nieces, they got kids, and they protect them with their fucking life. And I love them for it. I salute them for it. And if anything happened to my grandnieces and grandnephews, oh, I'm catching cases left and right. I love them kids to death. They're awesome. Max is not the kind of guy to do this shit. He's fucking horrible. It's all a fucking work. He thinks that no one realizes that he did this shit. Mudahar has taken over the Camden Gerard Davis case. Tom has taken over the whole thing about that. Did a great documentary on it. And where was Max? Sulking that he got outed as a liar and as a grifter, as a clout chaser. So I actually have no sympathy for his whole thing when it comes to, I'm just trying to protect the kids. Yes, well, so was QAnon. They're fucking stupid too. That being said, I'm gonna end it on a high note. Beetlejuice is out. And of course, TikTok ruined it for me. God damn you. Fucking TikTok. But we are well within our way. Well, we are on our way for Halloween stuff. After all, September is all Halloween Eve. I've already started early. We're decorating pretty well. We're doing some cool stuff. We are stocked for the Haunted Halloween Ball. Can't wait for that. Got to get some people together for it. It's going to be great. Amazing, even. But yeah, this has been the S-TierCast. I'm actually getting the hang of this by myself. That being said, I will see you all Monday for Movie News Monday. We got some cool stuff. Of course, some new movies came out, and we'll be talking about that. And yeah, we will see you all soon. Bye bye.